Hello and welcome into the 4th annual Big Leaf Basketball Presidential Elementary School Showcase happening at Cardinal High School. We're just moments away from the 5th and 6th grade girls basketball game, and this one's a little bit different than the previous ones. Instead of 4 10-minute quarters with running clocks, we'll have 4 18-minute quarters with runoff clock. Now, we'll let them introduce the teams. That's all going to happen in a couple of minutes. And here it is. We'll turn it over to them.
Number 20.
All right, we're just moments away from 4 18-minute quarters of play for the 6th grade girls here at the Big Leaf President's Day Elementary School Showcase. It's the 4th Big Leaf Basketball President's Day Showcase, and as always, we do have a philanthropic event. This one benefiting the Bell, Keys, and Bannock families. On September 10, 2018, their families were turned upside down when 4 members of their family were involved in a tragic car accident. Tamara and her daughter Nora, Amber and her daughter Paisley were traveling home from Bainbridge after an afternoon of shopping for ballet supplies for the girls when a negligent driver ran a red light and struck their vehicle. The car was hit so hard that it pushed them into a metal utility pole and box. The damage was extensive, and as a result, they lost a huge part of their family. Paisley went to be with God that day, and Nora was in a fight for her life. While Amber and Tamara sustained injuries, they were both able to be with their little girls in those precious moments. So instead of starting ballet, they waited to learn the outcome of Nora's injuries, and they planned a funeral for Paisley. Since the accident, their family's done their best to put one foot in front of the other and take each day as it comes. They know that Paisley is in heaven with her papas, and Nora was able to return to school after 4 months of recovery and is healing far beyond what had previously been expected. So that would be what you're benefiting today. If you want to come over to Cardinal High School and support them, you can do so. There's still plenty of time. The final game today doesn't start until 6 p.m. And if not, it's fine. You can just stay here at bigleafbasketball.com and tune in. Lend your support through that avenue. So now Team Fuchsia and Team Ice Blue are matching off against each other. And very quickly, Carly Clellan wins the tip-off for her squad. That's Mia Sloan. The shot goes up and in. 17 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. 2-0 is the score. Shots up, missed. That was Reagan Hendon, who couldn't get that one to fall, but Ice Blue retains position. Neziah Henderson will inbound. She passes it to the outside. That's Hendon with the ball. Bounce pass to Delganis, another co-MVP. Shot straight up and down, but they're going to call a foul on the other co-MVP. That's Carly Clellan. So this will be the one shot and one automatic point. Delganis, shots up. Off the front of the rim, bounces around, no good, 2-1. Tied up ball, possession arrow goes towards Ice Blue. Fuchsia inbounds. So spinning around, ball's intercepted. This time it's Delganis, off the glass, misses, rebound goes towards Fuchsia. Fuchsia bounces the ball. Ivy Martin. Carly Clellan with the jumper gets it to fall. It's 4-1. Bring it up the other direction. Number 4, Reagan Hendon. Hendon, long jumper off the front of the iron, can't get it to go in. Clellan fights for the rebound, doesn't get it. That's Hornick. Hornick eventually finds Delganis, who shoots a mid-range jumper, can't get it to fall, goes out of bounds, Fuchsia ball. Mia Sloan carrying it up. Screen being set. Shots up, miss. And now it's going the other direction. Delganis, bounce pass. Hendon can't get it to fall. Hendon gets her own rebound, decides to take it back up top. Spinning around, gets to the other side of the court. 15 minutes remaining, scores 4-1. Pink team in the lead. That's Delganis. Delgianis hands it off to Hendon. Hendon gets to the baseline, misses after the shot's blocked. Spinning, Cunningham put it up, can't get it to fall, and now it's Fuchsia ball. Mia Sloan brings the ball up. Finds a way to the edge. Ball's kicked, but she picks it back up on the baseline. Tries to pass it, but can't get it there. Jump ball, now it's Fuchsia ball again. Or, excuse me, powder blue ball. Over to Hendon once again. Hendon finds a way to the seam. Shoots it up over the hoop. Rebound to Neziah Henderson. Henderson back out to Delgianis. Delgianis up and in. That cuts the lead to 4-3 now here in the first. Team Fuchsia with the ball again. That's Sloan bringing it up, as she has the entire game. Kicks it back out. Sanderson with it. Loses the ball. Powder blue with it, charging. That's Delgianis off the glass, can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound goes up and in. And that was Carly Cunningham who got it to fall. So Coffee Corners, Coffee House, taking the lead 5-4 over Women's Spirited Kitchen. Shots missed, rebound goes to Coffee Corners. That's the blue team. Neziah Henderson, shots up from the elbow, got it to fall. 7-4 now. 12 minutes, 45 seconds left. Shots up, goes wide. Hendon has space and time, slows down, runner too strong. She'll track down the rebound though. Hendon finds someone down low. It's Henderson who shots long. But Ice Blue gets the rebound and Delgianis sinks a jumper. Timeout's gonna be called for substitutions to come in. Now a list of subs come in, full squad change, kind of like a line change in hockey. Fuchsia has the ball. It's immediately picked off. That's Patience Jenkins for three. Can't get it to fall, rebound. Goes the way of Abby Quiggle. Quiggle can't get it to fall, so now Fuchsia's gonna run up with the ball. Attempted bounce pass for Brielle Jones can't fall, so now it's going the other way. Bailey Matheny gets it over to Olivia Miller, who can't get to fall. Now it's back over. It's Brielle Jones, shot blocked. She loses it. Matheny tries to get it back, but can't. It's Fuchsia ball. Long jumper for Mandy Cardinal, can't get it to fall. Now Patience Jenkins leading the way. She slows things down, passes it off the glass. It's up and good. And that was Olivia Miller. Face guard on Brielle Jenkins. Or Brielle Jones, excuse me. 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. 11-4 is the score. Powder Blue with the lead. Blue carrying it up. That's Matheny. Gets it over to Miller. Back to Matheny. She'll slow things down. Stops with the ball. Passes it on over. That's Quiggle, gets it over to Jenkins. Jenkins off the glass, just misses. Looked like it went off the hands of Jones. It did, so Blue retains possession. Long pass over to Matheny. She shoots a three. It's just a little long. Powder Blue retains possession. That's Quinn Justin with the shot. That's short. So now Brielle Jones will bring things up. Jones hands the ball off. Sprinting over, finding the edge. It's Mandy Cardinal. Now she picks up the ball, bounces it back to Jones. Jones trying to swing it, but loses control. Cardinal calling for it. Tried to get it over to an unnumbered player. Back to Cardinal, intercepted by Patience Jenkins. Jenkins goes towards the middle. Basket's up and good for Abby Quiggle. Ball goes out of bounds, but stays with Fuchsia. 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Inbound, high, but Quiggle looks like she's got her hand on it. Intercepts it. Long pass. Bouncing in. Cardinal loses it. Ball is handed off immediately over towards Matheny. Matheny tries to get to Jenkins, who loses a handle on it. Just under 8 minutes left. It's 13-4 early on. Powder Blue with the lead. Pink with the ball. Cardinal gets it inside, but loses the ball. They try and roll it back out, but Patience Jenkins was waiting right there for it. She passes it up to Abby Quiggle. Quiggle shot short off the rim, and now it's going the opposite direction. Seven minutes, 17 seconds left. Jones, dribbles around the defender, rebound. Fought between Caitlin Miller and blue player. Can't get it there though. Jump ball, Jones will retain possession. Matheny jumping up and down. Jones, long pass. It's stuffed. Annie Ratto had it, but she was blocked, so Rado gets an opportunity at 2 free throws. She's from Garfield, 5'3" forward. Likes the Cleveland Cavaliers and Russell Westbrook. In addition to basketball, she plays softball. Shots up and good. Remember, the first point's gifted to the team who is fouled. Second point, they shoot for at the line, so that's a 2-point play to bring her team within 7. Matheny with the ball. Gets it over to Miller. Back to Matheny. Passes it to Quiggle. Quiggle puts the ball on the hardwood, pulls up just short. Rebound fought for, but substitutions coming in with 5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. So it's a full line change. The 5 in, go out. Pink ball out of bounds, and Pink needs to really work their way back up in this one. They're trailing by 7. That's Shanice Jones. Passes it back up to the top. That's Sydney Sweet. Loses it. Shots up. Rebound goes the way to Carly Clellan. Can't get it to fall. It's now Fuchsia once again with the ball. Kaylin Sanderson passing to the inside, but Carly Clellan gets a handle on it. Shanice Jones pauses, and then starts going again. She's from Wyndham, 4'11", likes the Indians rather, LeBron James in softball. Carly Clellan missed that shot, so we're going the other direction once again. Under 5 minutes in this first quarter of play. Whistle blown after Jaden Zepeda couldn't get that to fall. Pass back to Chanice Jones. Chanice Jones down to the baseline. Ball is intercepted on the back end. That's Jaden Zepeda coming up the court. Zepeda is pushed, so that's going to be a reach-in foul. 4 minutes, 15 seconds. Score is 13-6 here. Pass is picked off. Fuchsia with the ball. It's Caitlin Miller playing the passing lanes. Gets it over to Chanice Jones. Jones running over, accepts a screen. Loses the ball, hands it off. It's Julia Young. Long shot missed. Rebound to Keegan Searle. Searle carrying the ball up the court. Hands it off. That's Sanderson with it now. Sanderson bouncing it to Zepeda. Zepeda looking for anything. Can't find it. They're saying that she stepped on the baseline. So it's pink ball. Chanice Jones with it. Her team trailing by 7 still. Jones gets around the edge, has some space, steps back. Her shot's blocked. Carly Clellan tried to get it but couldn't get there, so Ice Blue has it. Ball is fought for. Julia Young has it now, getting down to the baseline. Julia Young spins, puts it up, misses. Tries to get her own rebound, doesn't touch it though. They say it went out on Meredith Bors. Well, they Coffee Corners Coffee House, as well as Women's Spirited Kitchen for sponsoring this game. Carly Cullen puts a shot up. She's hacked, so she'll have an opportunity at the free throw line. That's one more point for the pink team as well. So it's 13-7. We'll see if Cullen can make it 13-8. Puts the shot up, it's short. Ball goes the other way, it didn't touch the rim. So Ice Blue with the ball, less than 2 minutes in the first quarter. Reach in on Jaden Zepeda, who is carrying. So Blue inbounds. Bounce pass inside's intercepted. And then Blue ends up with it. It's free backs though, so they'll get it back to Chanice Jones. And we'll continue playing in the first quarter. She tries to get to Carly Cleland. Can't do it though. 13-7, still 1 minute, 10 seconds in this first quarter of play. So Blue bringing the ball up. It's Maddie Sealer. Over to the corner, dribbling around, and she's hacked. So that makes it 14-7. Sealer, 4'7" out of Garfield, guard who likes Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. She also plays softball and gymnastics with a chance to make it an 8-point game. Shots up, she missed, doesn't touch the rim, so it's going the opposite direction. Fuchsia team and Chanice Jones bring it up. 40 seconds left. High screen set. Chanice Jones trying to get around the defenders. Accepts another screen, passes it inside, but it's intercepted. That was Meredith Boers playing the passing lane. 23 seconds left. Blue keeps the ball. Bounce pass, Janice Jones gets the pickoff. 15 seconds left. She's slowing things down. High pass to Carly Cohen. Can't get it there, though. So now there's a foul call. 3.5 seconds in the first. Bounce pass inside. It's in the middle. Cunningham puts it up, can't get it to fall. We're joined with a special guest as we're going to the second quarter. Scores 14-7. Can you introduce yourself for a second?
Yeah. Dan Smith here. Been with Big Leaf for about 4 or 5 years now. So thanks for having me.
Awesome, Dan. Thanks for joining us. And we've got such a great slate of games coming. Can you explain how Big Leaf operates to those listening at home?
Absolutely. Matt Jansen and the entire crew at Big Leaf. It's local community ball. It's local communities in this area. I think Matt serves somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 different counties: Trumbull, Portage, Geauga, even down into Mahoning at times, different teams, Ashtabula area. So it's community ball, and it's investment from each community, and it's really the investment that the parents are making. I saw you talking to Jimmy Durham and some of the other folks. Those are the folks that make Big Leaf happen and this community ball happen. We just don't roll basketballs out, turn a scoreboard on. It takes a lot of hard work, and parents are first and foremost involved in that.
Yeah, and you're coaching on the sidelines. You're officiating some of these games. Obviously, you're a guy who donates a lot of his time over to Big Leaf. What does it mean to have a tournament as successful as this tournament has been every year for the last 4 years?
It's big. It's big for the youth involved. I've watched a lot of these kids progress from 3rd and 4th grade, and then now time out. They're 7th graders now. I've seen, even like Miles down here, one of Matt's sons. And Max, I started with those guys when they were in 3rd and 4th grade. So it's incredible, and to have this and to put this on in such an organized fashion is incredible. It means a lot to each community and each child.
So our scope here at Ohio Varsity, we cover this tournament every year, so some people watching on the stream may only see it once every year.
Sure.
What happens the other 364 days out of the year? Because I know this is an organization that's great and just continues to not only promote a healthy sense of community and support various charities, etc., but this is an organization that really helps kids grow through the game.
Oh, absolutely. The amount of coaching and the amount of instruction that's given, I think that's one of the things that we can do here in this community is stop and give instructions. We've known there are a lot of athletes here that I've been officiating for the last 3 or 4 years. I can stop in and talk to their parents and say, hey, this year they're working, the left hand's going great. The jump shot, baseline jump shot, or defensive things. And it's not just us, it's other coaches that will do that as well. So throughout the year, we get started about Thanksgiving and finish about this time of year, end of February. So different tournaments and different league play that we have. It's extremely competitive outside of just this tournament.
All right, so talk to me a little bit about what you're saying on the sidelines when you're coaching, because I saw you saying some things that, when I'm thinking 4th grade, 5th grade, the level that you're coaching, being the older kids, I'm thinking, man, like, if they're dribbling, passing, setting some high screens, etc., that's pretty good. But I'm listening to you during timeouts. I'm listening to you when kids first get off the floor and you're saying, listen, we can't let them beat us quickly down the court. That's setting up fast breaks. Or, hey, you just got to get in front of them. That makes them go to their left. They're not as strong with their left. I'm just hearing these pieces of advice that you're giving to, remember, for those of you listening at home, I know these guys are putting up lots of points and these girls are putting up lots of points, but some of them are 8, 9 years old.
Absolutely. And that's a nod to the parents and the coaches and how much instruction they've given their own child. A lot of times what we do is we just fine-tune a little bit. Their IQ level at 3rd and 4th and 5th grade is pretty advanced. And for me to be able to ask a kid, have you ever run pick and roll, or raise your hand, how many kids have run pick and roll, and they all raise their hand.
Yeah.
that, but that's a nod to the instruction that they're receiving and the type of communication. Um, and also talks about how they're being raised, because not every athlete can take instruction or
Yeah.
take constructive criticism, and that makes it so much easier for the adults involved. And as long as, but respect them, and that's all that we're doing. And seeing where they are, coaching them where they are. But you've got people that have been involved in sports a very long time. Tim Spangler's been involved in sports a long time. Sean, our ref down there, Matt Granito. These are people that have been around sports a very long time. And instruction for youth is at the forefront, and getting them better in the next generation. And if we can do any of that help, that's what we're about.
I think it's funny. I talked to Jim Durham a little bit earlier. I talked to Mandy Rowe a bit earlier. Mandy Rowe, a college athlete. Jim Durham, a guy who played a long time. And both of them kind of had the same thing that they resonated. When they were this age, they weren't even playing organized ball. They were just playing in the backyard with a couple of friends. How much do you think it helps kids to be able to have this 5-on-5 battle, as opposed to just, what you or I would have done as kids, sitting playing 2-on-2 with some cousins and some brothers or sisters in the backyard?
Sure, it's amazing the head start that they get, the space on the floor, the spatial look that they have. They have an ability to throw a full court pass. They have the ability to make a normal jump shot on a 10-foot rim under the whistle, as they call it, with officials. I'm a 6-year high school official, and so I'm out here doing a 4th or 5th grade game. Tim Spangler the same. So it's a high level for them as far as the organization. So then they benefit from knowing these things, having several plays over and over and over again, knowing how to check in, going to the scorer's table, how all of these things help. And believe it or not, one of the things that I noticed, the unintended consequences is kids are great at math. They're great at intercommunication skills to be able to talk to one another. They're talking to strangers that they don't even know. So all the way around, there are so many benefits of being able to get started so early and being able to and have an affordable league. And then the games aren't out of balance. There's not normally a discrepancy. You'll have a flyer here or there where you've got a young kid that is really talented, but mostly the talent is pretty equal around here. So it's just an incredible opportunity to have so many games under your belt by the time you're in 6th grade.
Yeah, and I think, like you kind of were hinting towards there, the big picture isn't that everyone here is going to play in the NBA. The big picture is you're helping them with other life skills through sport. They're learning, like you said, math, which is so important for so many different things, whether the kid wants to be an architect or engineer, or whether the person wants to be a writer or an English teacher later on down the road. And being comfortable talking to adults is something that a lot of kids struggle with. But here, you're kind of, I don't want to say forced to, but encouraged to.
Absolutely.
Talk to all these coaches that you wouldn't meet normally through school. You see all these fans and, members of this basketball family, because that's what it is, and you get to learn and kind of grow a network. As a 5th or 6th grader, using the word networking is pretty huge.
Sure, absolutely. But Matt does a wonderful job. Matt Jansen does a wonderful job of setting the environment and putting the right adults in place, because you have to be careful in this day and age with the adults that you put around so many youth, both boys and girls. In this situation, we've got probably about 30 girls total in this game here that are extremely comfortable with everything that's going on. And Matt is tireless in making sure that he's putting the right people in the right places, so that the youth can have a greenhouse effect almost when we're here at Big League, whether it be at Cardinal, whether we're at Wyndham, Garrettsville, Bristol, Solon, wherever it may be. The environment is very much at the forefront to make sure it's conducive to have a good time and they can learn.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, because there's so many of these kids. You see Lakers fans, you see Celtics fans, you even see Cavs, and then Golden State Warriors fans, where, when you're older, people jokingly will go, oh, man, you're a Warriors fan or whatever. But you don't see any of that here. Everyone just, when they come up, I talk to one of the 3rd graders, and they're like, oh yeah, I really like the Warriors, and we talk about it back and forth about our favorite players, and it's a positive environment, not
Sure.
a negative or cancerous environment.
Sure, I can remember as a youth myself. I didn't see the Golden State Warriors play probably until I was about in 8th grade, ninth grade.
Right.
They weren't on national TV.
Yeah.
And so with the technology the way it is, this is a televised 6th grade or 5th grade all-star basketball game. They can watch the Golden State Warriors every night if they want. So the connectedness that they have, um, we couldn't have been Jazz fans or Warriors fans or Bucks fans for that matter because we never saw them.
Right, you might have heard of Malone,
Sure.
but you certainly wouldn't have seen him play
Sure.
more than during the playoffs when he was playing against Jordan, maybe.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so these are the things that they get a chance to see Steph Curry on a nightly basis, Donovan Mitchell, these types of ball players that are in some smaller markets, but you can watch them every night.
Yeah.
And so, these kids can throw on YouTube on their phone and do these different things and find drills. So the connectedness is incredible.
I think that's one of the most fun parts of kind of learning from this younger generation. I know I've got a brother who's in 4th grade, and when I listen to him talk about things, he really likes video games. If he can't figure out a level of a video game, he goes on YouTube and he watches someone play out the level, and then he's able to duplicate it.
Sure.
And I mean, you mentioned, they can go on YouTube. You can watch Kevin Outlet throw an outlet pass, look at his form, and then you try it in real life. And that's just a type of learning that someone like you or I who grew up without YouTube can't possibly fathom having at that level.
One of the things that I see as one of the hurdles and the drawback to that is there aren't many barriers to being able to play basketball. And so if I don't have to overcome a lot of barriers, I not necessarily have the same desire. If I've got to get up, put my shoes on and deal, well, what kind of weather is it outside today? If that's the only place you can play is outside. Well, if it's a little wet or it rained last night, the ball's going to get a little wet. There's a little wind involved in here. There's no wind. It's perfect conditions. And so I just got done looking at YouTube, the Steph Curry warm up, and now I'm going to do all these kinds of things. And so the game becomes disposable. And we have to be careful with that they're going home, they're playing 2K, they're watching Steph, and they're living in a world that, that they don't see a lot of hard work. I can just become Steph Curry, go home and drain 10 threes in a game.
A little bit of instant gratification.
Exactly. So those are one of the things that and I think here at Big Leaf they do a good job of it, that we all share. And, nothing's guaranteed. And so with the competition the way it is, it's tough. So you got to work hard.
Yeah.
You definitely got to work hard.
One thing I really enjoyed seeing was Brody Durham and Jalen Gunther were playing with each other, and it seemed like they were just battling back and forth on their own team, and they were making threes or passing it to each other to get uncontested layups, etc. But after every single play, when they were going back to defense, they were high-fiving each other. There's no ill will towards each other. And then one thing I saw you encouraging on the sideline was getting everyone high-five each other when they're checking out, and when timeouts were called, everyone was getting around, shaking hands and stuff. It's so refreshing to see that, whether they're on the winning side or the losing side, because it's very easy to be on the losing side just to kind of sink your head down and go, oh, man, like, things aren't going the way I want them to, shots aren't falling, and kind of mope. But even when a team's losing, they seem to be going to the sidelines and being very positive.
Absolutely. Energy, enthusiasm, because one thing with the game being so connected and them having so much access, a lot of times they develop different habits or different reactions that they see from the adults or from the NBA players. So that can be a double-edged sword at times.
Right.
And so that's why we keep the energy level and the enthusiasm up, because at times they can react that way. And fans have a tendency of reacting that way. This isn't the Lakers and the Warriors in Game 7.
Yeah.
So
and
we have to keep that in mind.
As a high school official, you're probably more than aware of the OHSAA problem going on right now, where fans are just constantly critiquing refs from the sideline. You have your couch coaches, now you're having your sideline officials who just aren't helping at all. But where does that culture come from? It comes from watching, your idols, your LeBron James, your Steph Currys, arguing every single call.
Yep.
Exactly, and that's one of the drawbacks, like you said, of all this connectivity, is seeing kind of adults, 30, 35-year-old adults acting like big babies on a national stage. But I haven't seen anyone arguing a call here, except for I think one time there was a joke, but immediately he just walked right back to the coaching box. And I think part of that's because the officials and the coaches all know each other so well from volunteering.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, anytime I get to coach against Tim Spangler, it's a joy, okay, because I want to beat the brakes off of him. So, no, actually. But, yeah, it's fun. It really is fun, and the kids get a big kick out of it because they get to see us interact in a different way. Mm-hmm. They're so used to me calling traveling or illegal screen or 3 seconds on them, where now I can spend some time and they can – our communication is different. The conversation is different. I'm saying great job, and they've known me for 2-3 years, and so finally we get a chance to talk, and again I can talk to the parents as well. But it is, getting back to your point, as far as the parent involvement, a lot of times what that can do is it translates into the children. Mm-hmm. If the parents are yelling and the coach is yelling, that's learned behavior for the child. So if I as a coach, if I'm yelling and screaming at the referee and questioning a lot of the things that the official is doing, not that the officials make all the right calls all the time, but there's a way to go about it.
Yeah.
There's a way to go about it.
And that's certainly part of the game. I mean, you see it at the NFL level, right? That New Orleans Rams game in the NFC Championship where you had that tough call at the end. Was it the right call? That's not what we're getting into. The point is you're not going to reverse it. And it happens at the highest level in the biggest games. But here's the reality. That's one call that everyone talked about. There were 150 plays in that game. The Saints lost that game to the Rams. You can't focus on one play when there are 149 other plays.
And as a father, if I lose my mind as a result of that and go out of character and be emotional about it, it's the first thing my child is going to do when they see it. Or when they're something doesn't go their way. And so we got to be mindful of those kinds of things. And I think I've seen it a ton. And it's something that we got to think about because I've been in leagues where they've just eliminated the parents. The parents weren't allowed at the game. They weren't.
Wow.
Yeah, they would just come pick the kid up after the game.
Wow.
Because it got so involved.
Yeah.
And we're dangerous because the economics of the sport from the parents' perspective. Today we're looking at a lot of these parents took the day off. That impacts your household.
Yes, it does.
So those are some things that are going on here. But all in all, it is a wonderful time. And you guys here, is it Ohio Varsity?
Yes, sir.
You guys do a fantastic job of covering these things for these youth because think about it. You couldn't go home, and watch yourself and have a, commentator as professional as your group is doing with the camera. And some of the things that you're doing, this is great for them.
Well, I think it's funny. One of my first memories when I was playing 5th grade CYO ball, one of my grandfathers had one of those handheld cameras, and he recorded it, and I could hear my grandmother yelling cheers and stuff in the background. You're like, oh yeah, there's little John and stuff like that, and you're like, yep, there's grandma calling me out or something.
Right.
And it's funny how that was I'm 25, so. I graduated college 3 years ago. That was my history when I was this age. That's 15 years max. And now you've got this televised event like you mentioned, and you've got just such a great group of people around these kids to kind of nurture them. And back when I was a kid, we thought CYO was the coolest thing on the planet because it allowed these schools to play against each other. Well, now you've got 7 or 8 schools represented in each game. Like right now there are 6 schools on the court. I never could have imagined that as a kid.
Sure. And that's just the organization and, again, the connectivity. How everyone is connected. It doesn't take much to organize, a team anymore to be able to put some things out on social media as well as, and then email chains and these kinds of things. One coach knows another coach and puts a team together, and it becomes extremely competitive. So all in all, but again, it goes back to the adults in charge. I've been working with these folks for 4 or 5 years. I just know them, and I know they're solely invested in children. Much like your program, it's solely invested in the youth and competition. And so think of how in 5th grade I look up, I got a guy in a headset and a camera aimed at me, and I'm playing ball in an all-star game with an announcer. I mean, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime.
Right, and it's one of those things where we were talking about a little bit earlier with Durham. that it doesn't translate into 10 years from now. They're going to go, oh, yeah, I scored 17 points and had 9 rebounds. But then remember is I played in the Big Leaf Basketball President's Day tournament, and I had a great time with a bunch of my friends. And, yeah, they might remember, oh, we won that game or we lost that game. But they might remember more, oh, remember that awesome pick you had that set me up for that shot. Not so much me, me, me. It's what did my friends do? How did my friends help?
Well, you mentioned Brody and Jalen. Think of the battles they're going to have individually as they go through school. Yeah. They're going to meet each other in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade.
And they play AAU together. So they're already developing
sure.
camaraderie, but then like you mentioned, depending on how it works, I think Jalen went to LeBray and Brody goes to Crestwood.
Sure.
So those are different school districts. They're going to grow up, and you're right. They are going to meet against each other, and you get to see this as a high school official at the next level where there are kids who go to just an example, maybe like an NDCL and a Benedictine who are in the same conference.
Mm-hmm.
The two schools are over a half hour away from each other, but you'll have these kids who went to grade school together, who played each other in grade school, and they'll shake hands on the sidelines and talk to each other, and then it's game time, that whistle blows, and all of a sudden they're on the opposite end of the court. And that, to me, is one of the cool parts of seeing these kids kind of duel off against each other.
Absolutely, and AAU and this community ball lends to more of that, and we're going to see more and more of that, best friends playing on opposite teams. You know, we didn't have that growing up. No. Personally, I did. You know, my best friends played on the same team as I did. Mm-hmm. But these folks have, they're more familiar with folks from another community than they are sometimes with their own athletes. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Brody and Jalen will have that situation. They're so used to playing with one another. Yeah. They're more used to playing with one another than they are with their peers in their own community. Yeah. So,
and what Brody's dad had actually said was the first time they went out, Brody was on the bench, Jalen was out. Then they literally switched out for each other. Brody was out there, and Jalen came out. And Brody turned to his dad and had a huge smile on. He's like, yeah, I get to play with my friend.
and it's something that it's great that they're in this type of greenhouse environment to breed that, so that it's not oppositional, so that it's not, they are against one another, they play against one another, but they're able to have a great friendship grow out of it.
So what's the most refreshing part of seeing these kids then play at the high school level when you're officiating those games?
Well, it lends to my communication with them. Okay. I can talk to them a little bit better. I can communicate what's going on. At times when you don't know an official in the game, he's just some strange person, adult, in here calling these calls against me, and he's picking on me, or he doesn't want us to win. In this scenario, they identify me and go, I know that, he's invested in the game, not in just fouling me out necessarily. So it is so gratifying. I can't wait to take a look at, Max down here, or Miles, or when Jalen comes through, and I have the game. And who knows? I just never know until I show up in the gym. I go, hey, wait a minute, don't I know you somewhere? And I generally look up. I'll look up in the I'll look up in the stands, and it'll be parents that I know. So
that's really awesome. I got one last question before I'll let you go. What got you started in officiating with Big Leaf basketball? What was the inspiration behind all that?
That's two different answers. Okay. What got me into officiating was I wanted to be close to the sport. Okay. I really wanted to get back and get close. I didn't think coaching, I didn't have the time commitment to coach, but I wanted to be as close as I could be. And a good friend of mine was doing it, and I took the plunge and took the course 6 years ago. Oh, wow. And then one of the first guys I ever officiated with said, hey, can you work a league for me? I said, where is it? He said, it's out in Burton. And I said, okay, where's Burton? And he gave me the directions, and I came in and met Matt Jansen, and the rest is history. I've been with him ever since. Ironically, the story is my hometown is Oberlin. We went to the state final in '86 and won it. Okay. I wasn't on that team. But a year or two later, we went back to the regional semis. Who did we play? Burton Berkshire. Who was a manager on that team? Matt Jansen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and so I know, I think it's Luke Busby or Thad Busby or something like that. There's a Busby that holds the records over there, and I knew him. And so it was just, Burton has become a great place, and I've done some business there around Cardinal and around the area, and made some lifelong friends like Jimmy Durham and his family.
That's real
So
awesome.
that's the greenhouse effect of Big Leaf. Now you and I are friends, man.
Right. Hey, it was great meeting you, and thanks for coming on and
Absolutely.
talking and explaining a little bit about this great program to those who are listening.
Yeah, I'm always here to help. Anything that I can do, anytime. I'm here to help the youth here at Big Leaf and anywhere. All right.
Awesome. Well,
Thanks so
thank you
much.
once again. Now, at the half, the score 33-12 right now. Let's thank our sponsors for a moment who helped make this Big Leaf Basketball President's Day Elementary Showcase possible. Vinny's Italian Kitchen, Lifetime Video Diaries LLC, Geauga Mechanical, Great Lakes Growers, Flowers by Emily, the Junior Cavs, Troy Manufacturing, Hi-Fi Entertainment, Geauga Knights of Baseball, Escape Designs, Warren Spirited Kitchen, Lulu True Holistic Beauty and Wellness, and Coffee Corners Coffee House. Again, we can't lose sight of what all of this is about. Matt Jansen founded Big Leaf Basketball in this showcase about 4 years ago, and the event has two major goals. The first is to band together as a basketball community to help a family in need, and the second is to provide a platform that fosters the child's love of the game of basketball. And that's from this video stream to pregame introductions to the great program that's provided here at Cardinal High School, and so much more that can really explain the love of the game and where this goes. This year's beneficiary is the Belkeys and Vanek families, whose lives were completely changed on September 10th. 4 of their family members were involved in a tragic car accident. Tamara and her daughter Nora, Amber and her daughter Paisley were traveling home from Bay Bridge after an afternoon of shopping for ballet supplies for the girls when a negligent driver ran a red light and struck their vehicle. The car was hit so hard that it pushed them into a metal utility pole and box. The damage was extensive, and as a result, they lost a huge part of their family. Paisley went to be with God that day, and Nora was in a fight for her life. A fight that lasted through 4 months of recovery before she was able to return to school. So a real tough time for these families, and all the proceeds from today's tournaments will go to help benefit them. This is the 4th tournament, so there have been 4 beneficiaries. It all started with Tyler Noble in 2016. He was diagnosed with medullary thyroid cancer, and he had been through 4 different types of TKI drugs with limited results. He weighed 110 pounds in 2016, had to have a feeding tube inserted to help him gain weight. Then he went on this test trial for Loxo 292 in January 2018, so about a year ago. Well, now he's up to 175 pounds. He went down from 71 million cancer cells to about 500. There's no cure for his type of cancer, but they're stabilizing the disease, and that's the big thing. Skylar Skarneckia was a 2017 fundraiser recipient. She had synovial sarcoma, a soft tissue cancer located on her right foot. She had to have her right leg amputated, but after stabilizing everything and getting her to go through remission, she's gone through 4 prosthetic legs because she's so active and she never gives up, and it's huge. So she's joined Camp No Limits, a camp for children and families with limb loss. She's made some beautiful friendships, wants to be a mentor and a camp counselor someday, and she can see herself being an inspirational speaker. She continues to push herself in ways that no one could have ever thought possible. And finally, last year, Benjamin Stewart was the beneficiary from Wingham, and unfortunately he passed away on January 17th of 2018. So it's a little bit in memoriam of him and what he was able to do. All right, so we have 2 more 18-minute quarters here, beginning with the 3rd quarter. Blue team has the ball, shots up, missed. Pink gets the rebound. So it's Durasco with the ball. She's underneath the hoop, puts the shot up, and she's fouled. So she'll get a 1 opportunity at the free throw. Her team also just scored a point, so now the pink team has 15 to the 33 that the blue team has. Clock will be running at all times here in the second half, as it has for all 4 quarters of the game. Durasco shoots up off the glass. It's good. So now everyone's going back. Remember, it's not a 1-and-1 like you would think if you make the first and you get a chance for the second. It's a 1-1 in the sense that 1 point is granted automatically to you. The second point you can earn at the line. So that's Hornick getting it over to Delgianis. Delgianis tries to pass it up. Nothing doing, though. Pink ball. That's Durasco coming in the lane. Puts a shot up off the glass. It's in! So Durasco has gotten 4 points here. Scoreboard showing 16-18 now. Looks like they might have reset the scores. 15 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Pink coming over. Drops in, high off the glass. Can't get it to fall though. There's an injury down on the court. Clock stopped. So everyone heads over to the sidelines. And they go on out and make sure everything is okay. We'll use this moment to thank our sponsors, Vinny's Italian Kitchen, Lifetime Video Diaries, LLC, where you can leave your mark. Giaga Mechanical, Great Lakes Growers, Flowers by Emily, the Junior Cats, Troy Manufacturing, LLC, Hi-Fi Entertainment, the Giaga Knights of Baseball, Escape Designs, Warren Spirited Kitchen, Lulu True Holistic Beauty and Wellness, and Coffee Corners Coffee House in Burton, Ohio. So again, this is the 4th annual Big Leaf Sports President's Day Elementary School Showcase. We're about halfway through the 6th grade girls tournament. 14 minutes, 53 seconds left in the third quarter. They've reset the clock, or the scores rather, so now the pink team has 18, the blue team 16. You're not hearing an error there. I know the blue team did have 33, but they made it a tie game with about 15 minutes left in the third quarter to encourage both teams to keep playing a tight, competitive ball game. So now we'll have an inbound here for the pink team. Fighting with the ball, throwing some bows. Shots up long. Rebound goes off the hands of Boers, eventually into the hands of Sanderson. Sanderson passes it back out to Shanice Jones. Jones dribbling inside, looking for someone else. Eventually kicks it back to Sanderson. Sanderson being guarded tightly, trying to get inside but can't. We're at 14 minutes left in the third quarter. Blue gets a steal, comes in, shots up off the glass, and good for Zoe Delgianis. Now Pink coming back up with the ball. It's Brielle Jones. Jones passes it over to Durasco. Durasco puts it on the hardwood, shoots but a little bit strong before the rebound goes the way of Patience Jenkins. Jenkins gets it over to Boers. Boers back up top. Miller couldn't get to fall. Offensive rebound goes up and in though. 20-18 the score now. Pink charging up the court. Loses sight of the ball. Jenna Hornick has it. Trying to go coast to coast, but she's tied up. They're going to call a jump ball. Excellent defense in transition. So Blue having the ball after that. Jumper from the baseline, no good, but Boers is underneath it. And actually, she lost the handle, so it's going to be Pink ball. Shanice Jones underneath the hoop. Passes it in. Sloan with it, tries to get inside to Durasco. Durasco spins off the glass just a little too hard. Blue ball coming up. It's Boers with it. Gets to the corner, and she's turned right off. Ball scooped up by Delgianis. Delgianis passes it over Swings it around. Shots up and good for the blue team. Passing and finding an open look. Now they're up 22-18. Everything's been working offensively for this team today. Pink with the ball. Durasco underneath the hoop, puts it off the glass. It's good. So now they're going to have the full line change. 10 new players into this ball game. Miller's out there, along with Rado. Jones checking back in for the pink team. Meanwhile, Reagan Hendon carrying it up for the blue team. Hendon dribbles down to the baseline. Cuts in, shoots it up just long. It looked as though Abby Quiggle got a hand on it, but was with a foot out of bounds. And because of that, Fuchsia will have the ball. Dribbling in off the glass. That one's good. That one went for Mandy Cardinal, 5'3" guard out of Garfield. Passing around the horn. It's Zepeda controlling the ball, fighting her way to the baseline. They're going to call a foul on the edge. That was Chloe Sanderson just trying to seal it, but didn't get there in time. Hendon inbounds, tries to get to Quiggle. Again, Sanderson playing tough defense, but she punted the ball out. This time, she successfully gets the ball to Quiggle. Quiggle passes it around. Zepeda takes a dribble and puts it up. Can't. Quiggle with the offensive board. Kicks it back out. There's Searle. Can't make the shot. Rebound to Pink. Pink slowing things down. 10 minutes here in the third. Bounce pass. Sanderson thought about it, but put it right back. Long shot rolls right in. That was Cardinal again, 22-24. Hendon, long jumper, hard off the glass. Rebound goes to Jones. Jones hands it off to Cardinal. Cardinal dribbles around Hendon, puts it up, can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Searle. Searle looking for someone. Hendon clapping, gets the ball. Has a wide open path to a layup. She gets fouled, rolls in, and one. So it's 24-24. Hendon with an opportunity to shoot a free throw here. Shots up, can't get it to roll in. Quiggle gets a hand on it, but can't reel it in. That makes it Pink ball, 24-24, 8 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the third. There's Cardinal, bringing it around, tries to get it inside. Shots up. No good for Sydney Sweet. And now Quiggle's bringing it up the court, passes it. Searle gets turned off. And it's swarmed by Cardinal once again. Jones tries to get it inside, towing the line. Passes it back out. Eventually gets it to Sweet. Ball's inside. Caitlin Miller gets held up. They're going to call it a reach-in foul. Long pass. Two members of the same team struggling with it. Rado eventually gets it. Rado kicks it out to Cardinal. Cardinal driving in, gets around the defender, puts the shot up just a little long, but it goes right into the hands of Sweet, who can't make her shot, but Rado tracks down the rebound once again. Rado spinning, just chucks up a prayer. It finds Cardinal, who puts it off the glass and in. Cardinals made 3 shots the last 5 times down the court. It's tied 24-24, long 2. Ends up getting missed by Patience Jenkins. Rado with the rebound. 7 minutes remaining in this tied ball game. Long jumper missed. Rado fighting for the rebound, gets it. Swings it to Cardinal. A 3 opportunity. Just misses. Quiggle with the uncontested rebound. Keeps her head up, spins around the defender. Tries to pass it, doesn't get it. Rendon reels it in. Rendon dribbles around, finds a way to the baseline. Quick shot up, misses. Offensive rebound on the wrong side. Now another weak side rebound from now Quiggle. Quiggle puts it up, she's fouled. So she'll get 1 point. Oh no, they're saying it's on the floor, so it'll be an inbound rather than a free throw. Pass to the middle. Searle puts it up, can't get to fall. Quiggle with the rebound. And now everyone's tumbling to the floor. Eventually Quiggle gets the rebound. It's punched out by Rado. And all the subs are coming in now. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. So you got 10 new players on the court. Pass inside. Shots up and in for Carly Cunningham. Now it's Shanice Jones. Carrying the ball to the edge, spinning away from the defender. She gets it to her teammate, Julia Young. And the ball is eventually picked off. Long outlet pass, finds its way. Justin puts it up. That one falls in. 5 minutes left. Janice Jones with the ball. Jones trying to spin around. Passes it. It's contested. Young can't hold on to it. Instead, it goes towards Quinn Justin. Justin, long pass to Matheny. Matheny off the glass. It's good. Blue team getting another surge. They're up 30-26. Janice Jones with the ball. Passes it over to Carly Cleland. Cleland has some space, pulls up, can't get the jumper to fall. Rebound goes right into the hands of Carly Cunningham. Cunningham passes it out. Now Matheny has it. Long three, just missed. A layup opportunity was missed by Sanderson before Pink gets the ball back. Now it's Janice Jones. She'll slow things down. Just under 4 minutes left. Her team trailing 30-26. She gets over to the inside at the baseline, threading it. Turns, shoots. There's a block, but they're going to call a foul. So Naziah Henderson gets called for the foul. Janice Jones will be shooting. She got 1 point from the foul, so it's 30-27. Puts the shot up, can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Naziah Henderson. Henderson coming up the court. Turns, passes it to the top of the key. Long jumper for Justin. Hits the rim twice before falling out. Then Sanderson scoops it up and puts it back. 32-27's the score. 13 minutes left in this quarter. 21 total minutes remaining in the half. Janice Jones in the corner. Fights her way through. Stopped by Justin. Justin hits the deck. And they're going to say that as a foul on the floor. So Pink retains possession. Matt Granito making the call there. High pass over to Cleland, who spins, can't get it to fall though. Rebound goes to the blue team. That's Justin. Justin tries to get it to Henderson. No one was looking for it, though, and it ends up going out of bounds. No full court press allowed. So Matheny and Justin have to go back beyond half court. Janice Jones crossing over. Screen set. She passes it. High reception by Julia Young, but eventually it's picked off. It's going the opposite direction for Sanderson. Sanderson dribbling down the court, puts it off the glass. She's fouled, so that's one more point for the blue team. We'll also have an opportunity at another here. Sanderson attends LeBray, 5'3", a point guard, doesn't have a favorite sports team or player, but also plays soccer and softball. Shots off the glass just too hard. Sanderson fighting for it in a scrum with the defender. Janice Jones back with it. Jones can dribble well with both hands. Tries to get it inside to Cleland, but can't. Henderson has the ball now. Henderson trying to force the issue. Passes it up. That's Justin, a long jumper. Can't get that to fall. Rebound goes inside to Cunningham. Cunningham spins and throws long, but Cleland will track this down and actually spits it out of bounds. So 40 seconds remaining. 33-27 the score. Henderson finds Nathini, but it goes right off her hands. Now Janice Jones will slow things down again. 30 seconds left. Jones passes it over. Long jumper missed by Young. Henderson coming down on the other side of the court, pulls up, can't get that to fall. Matheny with the rebound, spins, turns, 10 seconds. Justin with the jumper, misses. Henderson, weak side rebound, puts it up, misses again. Cleland fighting for it. They're gonna call jump ball. So they let the time run out. We'll go to the fourth period, 18 minutes left. We're joined now with the fourth quarter of play, and we'll thank some of our sponsors: Vinny's Italian Kitchen, Lifetime Video Diaries LLC, Geauga Mechanical, Great Lakes Growers, Flowers by Emily, the Junior Caps, Troy Manufacturing, established in 1952, Hi-Fi Entertainment, Geauga Knights of Baseball, Escape Designs, Warren's Spirited Kitchen, Lulu True Holistic Beauty and Wellness, and Coffee Corners Coffee House in Burton, Ohio. We'd also like to thank Hastings Farm. So one more 18-minute period of play for these guys over here. But we have some other exciting stuff going on the remainder of the day. After this game ends, the Junior Cavs knockout will start at 2. Sixth grade boys will begin their game at 3. It's actually a 3-game round robin. And the fifth grade boys will finish up at 6 p.m. So blue starts the fourth with the ball, but immediately turn it over. 17:50 remaining. Pink inbounding. They're trailing 33-27. Loses the ball there, but able to get it back up. Gets it over to Rodo. Rodo passes it in. That's Cardinal with it in the corner. Gets it to the inside. DeRosco turns off the glass. It's good. 33-29. Scrum over in the corner. Jump ball. And it was forced from Rodo. Rodo doing a really good job of fighting for the ball a lot defensively, getting a lot of rebounds, earning the hustle points. I think that's something so underlooked in this age group. So now Cardinal has it. Long pass, no good. So a 16-43 remaining. 33-29 the score. Pink with the inbound. Tarasco under the hoop. Off the glass, it's good. She has 4 unanswered by herself now. Blue has to figure out how to answer that. Long jumper. Neziah Henderson. Excuse me, it was Zoe Delagenis, not Henderson. Another 3 to answer. Pink can't put it up. They'll let that fall out of bounds. Pass underneath. Quick little layup from Blue keeps them ahead by multiple possessions.
Number 9, Olivia Miller.
Pink's with the ball now. Long jumper blocked. They pass it up the court. It's Hornick underneath. She puts it up, bounces out. Rebound to Durasco. Durasco slows it down. She'll take it up herself. Tries to find an opening along the baseline, but instead the ball gets punched out, so there will be an inbound. Pass inside, Durasco off the glass long. Rebound goes the way of the blue team. It's Jenkins with it. She puts it up. She's fouled. So Jenkins earns 1 more free throw.
We have number 6, Patience Jenkins.
36-31. Shots up. No good. 36-31. Pink coming down the court. Ball trickles out of bounds. Pink team inbounding. Pass off the hands of Durasco. And now blue team coming up with the ball. Hornick underneath the hoop, puts it up, misses. Rebound this time to Delgianis. Delgianis swings it to Jenkins. She shoots a 3, can't get it to fall. Rebound this time to Mandy Cardinal. Cardinal brings it up the court. Stops, shoots. Rodo with the rebound. They say the shot was blocked. This time there's a foul at the free throw line. Chloe Sanderson will shoot 1. She gets a point gifted to her. She goes to LeBray, 4'10", a guard, like softball and soccer. If we look at the sports played by big league athletes, 68 play baseball, 51 football, 30 soccer, 20 softball, 11 volleyball, 8 flag football, 6 cheerleading, 4 lacrosse, 3 track, 3 gymnastics, 2 dance, and 2 horseback riding. So a lot of other sports represented amongst these athletes who range from 8 years old to about 11. Pass goes back out. Ball's kicked, but Chance Jenkins brings it in, shoots up a 3, can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound. This time, a shorter shot can't go in. Weak side rebound goes in. And that was all from Jenna Hornick. Step back jumper. Drained it. What a shot from Mia Sloan. Blue bringing it back up. This time Zoe Delgenis gets it right to go right in. 40-34 is the score. Subs getting ready to go in for both teams around the 12-minute mark. Durasco has it, trying to force the issue. Can't get it to fall. Rideau let it go. And as she lets it go, subs will come in. So it's the full line change once again. Inbound pass. Caitlin Miller has it. Ball goes on to the ground to Jones, eventually back to Miller. Miller off the glass long. Rebound this time to the blue team. That was Keegan Searle. Searle gets it back over to Hendon. Quigley with it in the middle. Quiggle can't get it up. Boers has it now, bounces it back to Quiggle. Quiggle, jumper, just short. Rebound on her own team, can't get it to fall. Jones will bring the ball back up the court. Spins, shoots a 12-footer, gets to fall. What a shot. 40-36, 4-point lead for the blue team. Hendon has it, gets it to the elbow. Quick little handoff. That's Zepeda underneath the hoop. Can't get it to fall. Rebound right into the hands of Jones, keeping above her head. Good power move. Offensively, Jones, a point guard. Defensively, she's a power forward, using all that 5'1". Cleveland Cavaliers are her favorite sports team. She plays softball, she's a cheerleader, and she likes LeBron James. Rebound in the middle. Miller can't get it to fall. They're going to call a foul. Malaysia Ogletree heading to the line. Ogletree gets 1 point and will have an opportunity to make the second to make this a 2-point game. Out of Wyndham, she's 5 feet tall, plays power forward. She likes the Boston Celtics, Kyrie Irving, and also dances. Shots up, misses. Quiggle gets the rebound. Quiggle trying to go coast to coast. Long jumper, she says, I'll take it. Doesn't hit the rim or anything. Ball's going the opposite direction. It's 40-37. Just under 10 minutes of play remaining here in the fourth. Jones has it. Tries to pass it out. Gets over to Caitlin Miller. Miller being tied up. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the pink team. Jones has it. Jones to Miller. Miller hesitates, puts it up, misses. Quiggle gets a hand on it, can't get the rebound though. Ogletree puts it up. Her shot's blocked, carries out of bounds, stays with the pink team. Long pass to Jones, shoots from the elbow, it's short. Rebound goes up and misses. Hendon has it now. Hendon hands the ball off. Shots up again from the elbow. Searle can't get it to fall. Quiggle in the middle gets the rebound, also can't get the putback. So things slow down and Jones will take it back up. Jones dribbles around Hendon, puts it up from the elbow, high off the glass, can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound up and Sanderson can't get it to fall. So now she's trucking back. Quiggle in the lane, tries to pass it underneath, but to no avail. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left. 40-37 is the score. Jones has it now. Jones accepting the screen from Sanderson, puts it up, and eventually trickles in. It's a 1-point ball game. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left. Hendon bounces it in. That's Boers who puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Quiggle with the offensive rebound. The putback can't get it to fall. It's fought between a couple of players, but Jones ends up with it. She has a chance to give her team their first lead of the game. Jones spins, gets the screen from Sanderson, puts it up. It's blocked, but Miller gets the rebound. No good. Quiggle coming back up the court the other direction. She has options, tries to pass it, gets it right to her teammate, goes off the glass, it's good. And that was Boers who made that shot. Jones with the ball now. passes it. Shots missed. Hendon shoots, can't get to fall, but cleanup duty, Quiggle gets it to fall. Jones with the ball. Picks up her dribble, looking for someone. Finds Miller. Miller comes inside, makes the shot. 44 to 41, excuse me. And now with 6 minutes left, it's time for the final line change. Quiggle, long jumper, can't get to go. So now all the substitutions coming in, less than 6 minutes to play. This will be the last substitution package of this ball game. Pass inside, Matheny puts it up from the elbow, just short. Pink rebound. Runner can't get it to fall. Rebound, Pink team. Underneath the hoop, Clellan's able to get that to fall.
Pass is good by number 15, Carly Clellan.
Shot goes over, long three attempted, but not able to fall from Neziah Henderson. Ball's going the opposite direction.
With just over 5 minutes remaining, after a competitive reset, we have a 1-point ball game.
44-43 the score. Cardinal with the ball. Passed it the opposite way. Shanice puts it up, can't get it to fall. The ball is saved. Pink puts it up again. It's fought for by a couple of people, but Cunningham comes up with it. Cunningham loses it between her legs, has to pass it to someone, gets it out. Now slicing into the zone, Sanderson. And that shot's out of bounds, so Pink has the ball once again. Pass goes in. That's Cardinal taking it up. Her team trailing by 1. Gets over to the baseline, spins. Help defense coming in, but remember, you can't double team here. Quickly, it's picked off. Quinn Justin from one end to the other. Puts her team up by 3. It's 46-43. Playing the passing lanes on that one. Just 4 minutes remaining. Matheny playing defense. Justin coming over. Makes the stop. They're going to call that a foul on the shot, so 1 point's gifted. Next point comes over if this free throw goes through. It's Julia Young out of Ledgemont, 4'10", point guard. Supporter of the Cleveland Browns and Baker Mayfield. She's very active. Softball, volleyball, dance, and cheerleading are the other sports she plays. Jump ball goes towards the blue team after the missed free throw. It's 46-44. Matheny will bring it up. Matheny passes it over. There's Henderson, back out to Justin. Justin, long jumper, can't get it to fall. Rebound eventually finds its way over to Cunningham. They're going to say junk ball. So this time, Pink gets possession.
Timeout, 5th grade girls.
Is a timeout now? 3 minutes and 9 seconds left, so let's take this time to thank our sponsors for this event. Vinny's Italian Kitchen, Lifetime Video Diaries LLC, Leave Your Mark, Geauga Mechanical, Great Lakes Growers, Flowers by Emily, the Junior Cavs, Troy Manufacturing, Hi-Fi Entertainment, Geauga Knights of Baseball, Escape Designs, Warren Spirited Kitchen, Lulu True Holistic Beauty and Wellness, and Coffee Corners, Coffee House in Burton, Ohio. Let's not forget what this is all for, the Bell Keys and Vanek families who were affected by a terrible car crash on September 10, 2018. A negligent driver had hit them on the side after running a red light, and the accident had put them right into a telephone pole. and a box. The damage was extensive, and they lost a huge part of their family. Paisley went to be with God that day, and Nora was in a fight for her life. Amber and Tamara sustained injuries, but they were able to be with their little girls in those precious waning moments. Since the accident, their family's done their best to put one foot in front of the other. Paisley went to be with God, but after 4 months, Nora was able to return to school. So again, all the proceeds from this tournament end up going to help those families. Pink will inbound here, 46-44.
Both teams are allowed to press for the final 3 minutes.
Full court press being allowed. Once again, Clellan has the ball. Clellan spinning at the baseline, shoots, can't get to fall, but the ball goes out of bounds on blue, so Pink retains possession. Pass to the weak side of the hoop, shots up and good. Looked like that was Mandy Cardinal who made that. Matheny passed it over. We got ourselves a tie game. Long shot missed by Neziah Henderson. Justin has it, tries to save it, but steps out of bounds in doing so. And with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, the Pink team has a chance to get their first lead of the game. Full court press, Matheny and Henderson trying to get over there. Eventually they find Durasco. Durasco's tripped up, loses sight of the ball, and it's last touched by Carly Cunningham, who tried to save it from going out of bounds. Actually, they're going to say Cunningham never touched it. So Matheny will bring it up. Matheny to Henderson. Henderson pulls up from long distance, can't get it to fall. Rebound off of 2 Pink defenders, and eventually goes out of bounds.
Blue ball underneath.
Henderson will inbound. Goes over, finds Cunningham. She pulls up, can't get a shot to fall. That one's off the hand of Annie Rado. So Henderson will inbound once again. Henderson passes it to Justin, who does a good job not letting that hit her in the face. She didn't see it coming. Henderson has it, turns over. Matheny steps up, takes a 3, can't get it to fall. Off the hands of a Pink defender. It stays with blue. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining. Clock's going to stop this time. We're tied at 46 all. Justin on the inbound. Bounces it in, gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham has to pick up her dribble, gets it over to Matheny. Matheny spins over. Here's Henderson. Henderson on strong side, can't get to fall, gets her own rebound, turns around, gets it to Justin. Justin puts the ball on the court, gets to Matheny for a free throw, can't make it. Henderson, another rebound. Blue team really wants it here, not letting the ball leave themselves. Timeout's called now. And it's called by the blue team with 46.8 seconds remaining in a game that's been all blue team until the very end. Blue team was leading by as many as 15, and they've coughed it up. It's a tie game now. So we'll see what happens here. After this, we're going to have a 3-point shootout. That 3-point shootout will start at 2 p.m. After that 3-point shootout, sponsored by the Junior Cavs, the 6th grade boys will play a round robin beginning at 3, and the 5th grade boys will finish out the day with a 6 p.m. contest. Quiggle will inbound. Quiggle bounce pass inside to Hornick. Hornick loses the ball, puts it back up. Del Giannis couldn't get to fall, though. 38 seconds. Pink calls timeout. So they're going to talk things over, and we'll thank our sponsors. The 2019 Big Leaf Basketball President's Day Elementary Showcase is sponsored by Vinny's Italian Kitchen. Lifetime Video Diaries LLC, Geauga Mechanical, Great Lakes Growers, Flowers by Emily, Junior Cavs, Troy Manufacturing, Hi-Fi Entertainment, the Geauga Knights of Baseball, Escape Designs, Warren Spirited Kitchen, Lulu True Holistic Beauty and Wellness, and Coffee Corners Coffee House over in Burton, Ohio. Pinkle inbound, 38 seconds remaining. We have ourselves a tie ball game. looking for anyone, eventually finds Clellan, but they telegraph the pass. Quiggle punches it out of bounds. Inbound pink team tries to pass again to Clellan. Clellan has the inside lane over Quiggle, who swarms her. And Clellan eventually throws some bows, gets over to Durasco on the other side. Durasco loses the ball. Blue has it with 25 seconds left. They're pushing up the court. It's Delgianis at the rim, and she makes the shot. 48-46, 17 seconds remaining. We're down to 15 seconds. Pink bring the ball on the weak side. They get it down low to Durasco. Durasco puts it off the glass, but it goes right back to her. Quiggle punches the ball out. 5 seconds left. She's bringing the ball up the court. Chucks the ball up with 2 seconds, and it goes out of bounds with 1.3 seconds. She was short trying to get it to go. The ball goes to half court. Timeout being used by Pink. 1 second remaining. Clellan pulls up. That one goes nowhere near the hoop. So that's the end of the game. Blue team wins 48-46. We'll thank our sponsors one last time. Vinny's Italian Kitchen, Lifetime Video Diaries, Geauga Mechanical, Great Lakes Growers, Flowers by Emily, the Junior Caps, Troy Manufacturing, Hi-Fi Entertainment, Geauga Knights of Baseball, Escape Designs, Warren Spirited Kitchen, Lulu True Holistic Beauty and Wellness, and Coffee Corners Coffee House. The Junior Cavs Knockout Tournament will begin at 2 p.m., followed by the 6th grade boys round robin at 3 p.m. I've been John Kosas. Thanks for listening to the 5th and 6th grade girls basketball tournament.